For the past few months. William, you should have was next to me. Okay. You need to inquire first. You need to inquire.
Just a minute. About Zeno, before we issue the statement, which media houses are here?
Kisii, local.
These are how many? 7.
They will share the groups.
We are trying to get some people speaking Kegusi in vernacular. Kegusi. We are looking for Egesa from 6 Royal Media. Royal Media here, can you assist us? Is there Kegusi? You can communicate. Very good, very good. That's what we are looking for.
Yes. Yeah, we are doing it. Okay. Once you are ready, you let us know.
They are ready.
You are ready? Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, Jericho. Kisii imeweka silent.
Okay?
Hey. Why? You call us.
Oh, it is, you are short. You need to raise.
Walikuwa wanafaa kuletea stool.
Sawa. Leta stool. Inafunika Do we ask those people not to when we are talking?
Achira. Sasa umekimbia nyuma ndio usionekane. Kuja hapa mbele. Achira njua guys. Okay. My name is Moracha Henry, the majority leader Kisii County Assembly. With me here I've got members of Kisii County Assembly. But we have a privilege to be with our Deputy Governor, His Excellency Dr. Robert Monda. I want to read a statement and then afterwards they'll be able to speak. Honorable Osoro's unbecoming behavior in Kisii is unwelcomed. For the first few months, the Kisii County have experienced a rather unusual spate of violent incidents, death and injuries to innocent people orchestrated by MP of South Mogrango, Honorable Sirpanus Osoro. Honorable Osoro uses his position as the majority whip in the National Assembly to undermine other elected leaders, harass members of the public and cause mayhem everywhere he goes. He unleashed terror on people even where it's not necessary. And his childish behavior is now unbecoming and unwelcome. We have noticed incidents where Honorable Osoro has directly unleashed his goons on people and public institutions. Among the goons he uses are criminals wanted for murder charges but still walk freely because they enjoy an ultimate protection from him. 2 months ago, at Nyamarambe, in his constituency, goons hired by Honorable Osoro stormed Nduru Level 4 Hospital, a facility that serves thousands of people, harassed patients and medical staff, and destroyed property worthy and surmounted amount. Some medical personnel, Dr. Mtunga and Matiko, who were trapped inside the hospital, escaped death by a whisker when the police swung into action and prevented the goons from touching the hospital. Police literally averted what could have been an ugly incident that could have even led to death. The goons were arrested and taken into police custody, but surprisingly, all of them were bailed out by Honorable Osoro after issuing threats to the helpless police officers. 3 weeks ago, known goons who enjoyed protection from him, Osoro with whom he posts photographs and posts in social media platform, accosted a young man, a boda operator, and hacked him to death. His mistake was just wearing an orange t-shirt that had Governor Arati's picture. On Tuesday this week, Honorable Osoro and his goons, who were wielding crude weapons, including bows and arrows, stormed the funeral service of the late Mzee Ayema, the father of Boikanga Ward MCA, Honorable Paul Okombo. He arrived in a manner that showed he was coming for war. And with total disrespect to the old man and the over 4,000 mourners who were present, he tried to stop Governor Simba from addressing the mourners, and when this failed, his goons began hailing stones, and other projectiles, including arrows, at the mourners. In the mayhem that ensured people were injured, women suffered broken limbs, and vehicles belonging to mourners damaged. It was a bad incident and very disrespectful to the deceased, who was respected by members of the society. He then flew back to Nairobi on a chopper, only to be seen leading the Bunge Praise and Worship Choir at the National Prayer Breakfast, which is supposed to be a solemn event for repentance and forgiveness. He attacked people and left many with injuries, mark you, his own constituents. As if this was not enough, he took his uncouth behavior to police officers whose only mistake was to stop him from causing bloodbath at the funeral. He started sending intimidation texts to the area hospital, Mr. Samson Rakunga, calling him names and blaming him for interfering with his work. He threatened to have him transferred. Yes, these threats have borne fruits, and the dedicated public servant whose calling is utumishi kwa wote has been recalled to the police headquarters without any posting. Our question is, who is protecting Honorable Osoro? Why is he maruding Kisii County, which has an elected governor, senator, women representative, MPs and MCAs, and terrorizing everyone who doesn't conform his uncouth childish behavior? Why does the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Japhet Koome, listen to him and act on his instructions when he knows that violence and attacks of innocent people is unlawful? Why is the CS, Interior, and Coordination of the national government, Professor Kithure Kindiki, quiet on this? Kisii County people are hurting, and the silence of Professor Kindiki is raising eyebrows. Therefore, we as the leaders from Kisii County are demanding the immediate arrest of Honorable Osoro to be prosecuted for violence on people and protecting criminals who are in the wanting list of police. We are giving the government 24 hours to arrest this goon in the name of the government chief whip in the National Assembly and make him face the law. Failure to which we shall know that we are on our own and defend ourselves. If we will not have been arrested by the expire of our ultimatum, we shall present the petition to the President to have the IG Koome removed from office for abating and condoning acts of violence and crime. We also call upon the Independent Police Oversight Authority, IPOA, to defend the police officers from leaders who use their powers to intimidate and harass them. Police officers must be allowed to protect lives of wananchi and their property, and not to be used as puppets for those who seek abuse of power. To Mr. Osoro, we want to tell him power is transit. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Honorable Wycliffe Siecha, a member for Ichuni Ward, and also a double up as the chairperson implementation committee in the County Assembly of Kisii. I also want to affirm and register my disappointments and confirm that whatever that has been read here by my majority leader in the Assembly, my sentiments will not fall far apart. It was quite unfortunate of an elected leader of a caliber of the National Assembly Chief Whip to come and interrupt a peaceful procession that was being conducted in seeing of one of our heroes, the late Paula Yema, who again doubles as the father to one of our colleagues in the Assembly, Honorable Paul Okombo. This incident is not only unfortunate but equally a sin, not only before men but equally before God, because even in the Bible we read the pronouncements that have been made by God that it's good to go to the house of mourning rather than going to the house of Mary, and that confirms that the last respect that is accorded to those of us who have gone before us is something that is of sanctity before Almighty God. I want to say, in harmony with the sentiments that have been registered and in harmony with the statement that will be registered by my colleagues, that we must condemn that in the strongest way possible, and we must put to task the Inspector General of Police. We must take to task also the CS Interior, and equally we must also bring this to the attention of the President, that those whom he has given power to help him deliver to the people of Kenya are the ones again using the same power to suppress and oppress those who are not in power. It is something that will not over well, even if you put yourself in the same shoes of my colleague, Honorable Paul Okombo, that you are having a service to lay your father to rest, and then someone walks in, preaching protocol, riding on a motorcycle through the main dais, and goes sitting down on the ground, ignoring the office he is holding as a national leader, and then goes on when other leaders are making their statements, giving their morning statements, and paying their last respect to the late, and then someone walks and just interrupts and makes a funeral that was underway, ending abruptly. We want to say that as a people, we are not happy, we will not be happy, and we cannot allow this to continue, because a few people have decided to turn the businesses that we are transacting as a government into businesses of fights here and there just to derail us from focusing on how we can deliver to our people. To the right honorable, and to Honorable Osoro, because this is not the first incident he is doing this. He has done it before in the funeral of the late parent to the former deputy governor in Kisii, whereby when His Excellency Paul Simba was making a statement, he rose and went interrupted and just turned that funeral chaotic. And this is the second funeral he's doing the same. His pronouncements in funerals are only meant to incite people and not even to give messages of condolences to those who are mourning. Even just recently in the funeral of a parent to one of the honorable members, he made statements that equally have resulted into inciting the people of Karoka, and now we are having chaos right, left, center simply because of what he uttered. Finally, I want to say this to His Excellency, the President, to keep watch on those people he has given power and to ensure that they are using that power to serve people and not to oppress people. Thank you.
Kwa majina najulikana kama Manane Richmond Rayori, mwakilishi ya kata ya Bogeka. Langu mimi ningependa kumwambia Mheshimiwa Osoro ya kwamba tangu Kenya ijinyakulie uhuru tumekuwa na viranja wengi wenye wako wanajulikana hata nyadhifa zao, lakini sasa hivi ambapo imefika mtu wetu mmoja amepewa nyadhifa ya kuwa kiranja wa walio wengi katika bunge letu la kitaifa, lakini anatumika mamlaka yake vibaya. Nasi kama jamii ya Wakisii hatutakubali kamwe. Vijana wetu wengi wameteseka kwa mikono yake. Uchochezi wake wacha wachane nao na heshimu viongozi ambao wamechaguliwa katika nyadhifa mbalimbali. Tukirudi pande mwingine, Mheshimiwa Osoro awache kucheza ndumi la kawili na maisha ya binadamu. Wacha asiwe mtu muadilina ambaye hataki mabadiliko katika kaunti yetu. Tulifanya uchaguzi tukamaliza. Sasa kuna viongozi ambao wamechaguliwa ambao wanahitaji wapewe heshima, waweze kufanya ushirikiano ili tuweze kupata maendeleo katika kaunti yetu ya Kisii. Mimi nataka pia kumpea onyo Mheshimiwa Osoro. Wale vijana wa bodaboda ambao ameweka kwa mfuko yake, anatembea nao, anachochea wachache ili hao vijana waende walete furuga katika kaunti yetu ya Kisii. Ikome mara moja. Naye katibu wetu wa wizara ya ulinzi wa ndani, tafadhali wacha kulala kazini, wacha kutembea kazini. Amuka. Kuna tatizo kule Kisii ambayo inachangiwa na mmoja wenu. Wakati wa siasa ulikuisha, Mheshimiwa RUTO ndio rais, analinda nchi yetu. Wewe Osoro ni nani? Unakuja kuchochea vijana. Sisi tumekuwa watulivu kwa muda mrefu. Tunampa waziri wa ulinzi masaa 24. Asipotupa ripoti kamili, basi hatuna budi ila tunajua sheria jinsi ya kufanya maneno yetu. Asante sana.
Asamalieta Chief Whip Majority ya Kisii County. Oma MCA kurwa Molenda Ward. Ni wanta ete kurwa onyo gochia Mheshimiwa Osoro. Nkoma tevinga Osoro chimesango chenjichire. Osoro lero igole Chief Whip Majority mambi go kobaraya buna bali bakabeire ororo bakabeire biruge bire bakabeire bono igabale balaya. Koma nyenge miaka 5 negekesa emeke sana asoborai wo monto kababu ne keruge kiole epoisho niyo yere mabingwe chenchiole nkanyorore no monto mongao nyibwate iganta etenkate ngosoro kworokie ekara ekiora kerelie kia ime ya gusi once kwairwe kerugo bune kio president yakwete igakwara kworokie abantu baito bagusi ngobo maene ogweke ikwane na kukwagarire mbwate kerweke nonyo Osoro abana bagokina totebe babwati chitabyi chichia oroche mwana kiuraga niko teba ngana daete kobo mochumbo gusi ekiagara maete ngo Osoro asa kororokana igale ne chisese chia ekuruma gachibwate chinsara Osoro asa ochia matanga kwa ikatu wali chisese chia chiri ne chinsara kurumageka bono nona abantu Osoro bansire kukwabanga andonsia sokutwara mukutano bantu bagusimba tagiti bacha gwateni mukutano gwetera chitabie chichiao chinchafu bono ntaite nkoboli musiko Osoro ekerogo cha nechiguni chibwati chinsara amagena nechinungu ekwache toche koimokio mobere bwo mugakonde ngahikware kohirege tondo paka abantu bagatama bakagotigere sanduki abo bono ngaikwairete nkware koimo kalendo imokene chiguni echichao iro mugakori omotinde kaebieka paka aba pasta barenge gusabera omugaka igaba imogete bagakorigereria ibikono gokora bagasinywa Osoro igatoko gosaba koranche oirane oangame osaba omogusia amabera naende mono mono irana osaba abagiranga amabera ogende pakali omochiori bwo omugakoria otene nase embere eri omugakoria omusaba amabera ya inchenko kotebia omane bwa manene we have done politics aya ne miaka ebero namachiko sikabagaka sikakegori kende gionsi naliora egwa masika nandi sikoborai bonde bwensi sikaba chumbe bagusie ngima sukaye gabana ya Kisii County nero yabana inchi bachorete mboganya after 5 years kokora tali gobeka kendo ororo tali gokora siende omanye kominyoka gochotenga nano bogabana otaite kabana Osoro akio minto oichene nchere yogo cha noba no namba isana ogusiaso bagamba omanenya saba sisini.
Inche nkoro kubichwisi mongina igongo kwana muno mongina obwato moijano kurwa Kisii intumuna bangina no na bechiro twasinyirwo ikara kororokana neli ribuli lya Simba Arati atoete karogie campaign ne t-shirt igoko munyoki wo butoru no moto Osoro asenje tabwena etiko mheshimiwa ororokanire muno mumura akamwana ke yagite chabu ekano monta amororire abantu bagutama gwoka incident akorire ororokanire kwa monto anjete segi South Mugirango inkasobo ase wadi abo ikanga matanga iko tu aminyoka mpaka mono munande iga okogoro ombunegete ase ngencho abwata abantu bwate chinungu twarenge gutama nduru na areta abantu bagaita abanyagitari bwango iga last week mbaite to mumura bosongo gari ngana ase ngencha abegete t-shirt ya Simba Arati bono iga ntori campaign amagendero tutaite yo taite campaign tigazi 2027 tomo tiringerense agende sako genda gochi nche igo narenge gusaba iga Commissioner of Police abwato momuroyo iga with immediate effect onya ta kunyara komobwata munabangina ntuto komanyanga gusienge mani ntutwe katore ngoko abatore petition bakase president elinde orokinga omongina mata kome tama itikasi okora na eraso kana nkuru office asante
Samarieta ne igonkor kwa kefa mogaka elieta linde murevu elieta linde Idi Amini data igonta gete ko wonia omusiko Osoro asike egabana ya Kisii igonta gete ko wonia Osoro askabana inchi asekerwe kiaewa ya chibugu ta ko genda matanga o atene pigipigi aonchokana ne ange kuburukania matanga abantu baumie ari na abayuti babwate chinsara amanye kuroro ate chigari kiabande nkiatara bwate igongo tebi iture kendiki paka bono igana amore 24 hours abwate Osoro amoire koti na tura manyenga Kenya ko ne maita machiko egento kende ta ko tebi Osoro ati ko tarane chinkororo na machuma na bamura ba pota Osoro iga tu ekeruge eraningo ekeruge kyobo chibo ibure kyangina ko se ga ko cha kuruswo ko sonyo tageto bogabana tigari saini kurwo bo chumbe acho bogabana ereto menga ni chikuire ngara anyore ase kon egento ta ko batebia tigas kaba kusibons na ande nyakitari anduru akarade nyakitari anduru akarwania abanyakitari twamoira matuko acho gwa apologize somo Kisii amatukata onye tari gocha bogosonga gwa apologize igongwa pirie president nere mubwate gusemo butekerugekyo
Gavana Kisii County who has joined these leaders, the MCAs and other leaders from the Kisii County Assembly, to also air my voice that on behalf of the Kisii people, we know we have had elections, we have leaders elected, including those of us who are here today. The Honorable Osoro, in his short time as the Chief Whip of the National Assembly, has had violent engagements. One, he drove the doctors in Nduru Health Facility, the hospital, in his constituency, where doctors and workers in the hospital were beaten up by people he engaged himself. That's one. And that's less than 2 months ago. The next time, Osoro had a team that killed a young man, a border rider, in Kisii town, broad daylight. The third one is where Osoro is engaging mourners in a battle, carrying arrows, carrying swords, carrying rungus, stones, and that's in a funeral. He has not offered an explanation how mourners could be carrying arrows. Arrows are crude weapons that are not found where people are getting one of them buried. The question we have here is Osoro as a chief whip allowed by law to engage people in violent activities? Doctors were beaten up, the people were arrested. Osoro released them on his own bond. He had sworn in full view of the public that even if they are arrested, he will again have them released, which he did. The doctors, we have sent them back to the hospital, which was closed for over a month. The second one is the dead boy who has been buried. Then this one of the funeral. The challenge here is, Kithure Kindiki, you have your officers on the ground. You have a commander in the county, police commander. You have the OSPD, whom has been transferred by a word from Osoro. Let him be transferred because he didn't protect Osoro, so that either the governor and anyone else be injured in the battle. Osoro is misrepresenting the government if he's a chief whip of the National Assembly. I even don't remember the chief whip who served with me in the 10th Parliament when I was an MP. So how long would it take for Osoro to be forgotten that he was a chief whip? He has been there for a few months, and he's simply blowing a trumpet that is a chief whip. Being a chief whip, there are several others who live around in Kenya and who behaved well than what we are seeing from Osoro. Is actually giving us, as Kisii, a very bad image in the country. That instead of using your position to help, to give order, to assist people see an orderly leader, you come and sit down among the mourners, and that time you have already engaged people to throw arrows because you have to take cover. You are down there when arrows are flying up there. This must stop. I'm appealing it to my friend, His Excellency William Ruto, that this individual called Osoro is not the only one who will represent your interest in Kisii. All of us are there. We are politicians of a better measure than Osoro's. Don't be misrepresented by Osoro. Osoro is giving UDA a bad image. It cannot be the president's interest to have people in violent engagements, including in funerals. Either Osoro keeps to his job as chief whip, or you remove him so that he's able to come and engage us in Kisii without being a chief whip. I think Osoro has misunderstood the title and the position he has been given as chief whip. He believes a chief whip is to pit people around, pit them around, so that's when you are a whip. You are not whipping anybody. It's not by carrying a rungo or an arrow to beat. You are a whip to mobilize parliamentarians to go to the assembly and make them work on the agenda given by the government. But Osoro is misunderstanding. I think, I don't want to call him a goon. He's a young man who is misbehaving with the power. The real power he has been given. It's not so much power. If you are a whip in the assembly, you have only the few MPs you are supposed to whip. To mobilize Osoro, whipping is not beating. It's mobilizing, sensitizing the MPs to be in the parliament. And do the agenda as directed by the government. Now, if you draw your power and take it to Kisii to exercise it, I'm appealing it to Kindiki and the Koome as the Inspector General. Please stop Osoro from what he's doing. We have given 24 hours. If nothing happens, we shall run on our own. And we are saying we shall run on our own. And Osoro, I'm inviting you to Kisii. Come again and repeat what you did. If you think you know much about violence, you are welcome, come again. Thank you very much. You want to stop there.
First and foremost, I thought the questions that were coming into this activity were questions related to the statement that we have given. Other statements regarding the county assemblies forum and the activities that are happening within the assemblies in the Republic of Kenya, I think we will have another avenue to respond to them. Yeah.
Is there any of the members who is from UDA? Any of the MCS from UDA?
Absolutely, there are quite a number. Yes, we have quite a number of MCS from UDA.
We have about 5.
We have Mheshimiwa Chira here, is a member elected from UDA, and is actually dissociating himself with the activities of hooliganism from Honorable Osoro. We have quite a number of them. Jared Masieka here is an honorable member from UDA. No. So they're not.
Ask the questions you want to ask. We are ready. Yes.
You, even as UDA, there's an internal mechanism of discipline and all that. As members of UDA, have you raised that with your party? Have you raised it? Now you have a new Secretary General. Have you raised it with Malala on the cases of what you're calling
We are working on it, but Osoro is doing this individually, not as by the rules and the regulations of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MCS. Yeah. No, there were over 30 MCS present. They were there, even him, he was here. There are so many who were there. Present, I was there, and I came with the governor.
The meeting between the president and the governor Kisii County, together with the CS Machogu, was not related to this matter we are talking about here today. Totally was on other issues on development of the county. Yes.
Okay, thank you.